go no further, that these ears are tuned to the voice of the living God, and declares, this is the way I have made for you, now walk in it. You are our commander. You are the highest authority. And we commend to you, our friends, that you keep them in all of their ways. Protect them from the snare, from the thief. Keep them from the entrapments. And I pray that you'll speak to them in the night hour, that you comfort them, and that you show them who they are, that you have prepared them, and you've brought them to this place for just such a time as this. May they know you in a personal way, hear your voice, live under your grace and your blessing, and may they see the joy of life in you. As they've offered their lives, you said, no greater love has a man than this, than they lay down their lives for their friends. And certainly they have done this over and over. Now, King, we call upon you, and we ask you to keep all of those who serve in the I.D.F, the brothers at arms, friends and family, the young ones. Keep them, watch over them, protect them. Surround Jerusalem. Broaden the borders. Push back the forces of evil. And show your glory in this land again and again and again. And we speak over them, Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panavelecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panavelecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you his peace. Amen. 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 Thank you. You can be seated if you like. Can we say thank you to Gal and Donna? Okay, have a seat for just a second. And yes, I'm a man under authority as well. But I must finish the mission. Oh yes. Now, in just a few moments, we'll release you. In fact, General, if you would like, if you go, we have an escort for you to take you to the table. I want to release them first, otherwise you'll catch them here in conversation. And he'll be at the table and will autograph this book for you. I'm not a big reader. That is nothing to be proud of. When this book arrived several weeks ago in my office, I said, And this is what I did. I opened to whatever page and I started to read. An hour and a half later, I had to close the book because I had an appointment I had to go to. It's a fascinating story. There is so much more than you heard tonight. Highly recommended. This book is now required reading by our special forces of the United States. This man is now teaching our Navy SEALs tactics on the battlefield. He's being called to speak all over the world, and you'll have an opportunity to shake his hand and say hello and say thank you and say shalom and say Shabbat Shalom. Bless our friends, will you please? Now, one more thing, and then I'll let you go. I know, I hear Moses saying, "Let my people go." There's a Moses in here somewhere. I'd like to give you an opportunity to sow a special offering. Ushers, would you come, please? To sow a special offering, and I wanted to release them so they wouldn't hear this. I don't want to embarrass them. To sow a special offering into their lives. They have given on so many levels. They made it so easy for us to bring them here. They didn't ask for business class tickets. They didn't ask for this and for that. They simply said, "We'll come." And I want to bless them. He offered this afternoon that when we take our tour group, he said, "Will you give me an afternoon? I want to take your tour group to some special places." I said, "Are you serious?" This man has every minute of his day scheduled. He invited me to come while we're in Israel to the wedding of his daughter. I am going to go. And I'm practicing my Shiva Berachot, the 7 blessings under the chuppah. And maybe the rabbi and the cantor will give me a little bit of grace. I'll tell them who I am, but not everything. Can we bless them? Let's pray. Father, thank you that you've been so generous with us. Thank you for the gifts that you've brought into our midst tonight. Lord, speak to our hearts. We want to be generous people. We want to complete the mission. Use us now for your glory in Yeshua's name. If you'd like to make out a check, make it to Wilbur Ministries. I promise you, we won't take a penny out of this. It will all go. They go from here tomorrow. They get up early. They're flying to Houston. And then they fly to San Antonio. They're meeting with the head rabbi of San Antonio, John Hagee's best friend. He's been invited to speak at the synagogue there in San Antonio and a small church in Houston. And I want them to leave our nation blessed. We are going to be sure that they are blessed. But I'd like us to be a part of that as a body here for First Friday. Cash, checks made out to Wilbur Ministries, and God bless you as you do that. All right, ushers, thank you. Let me remind you that in just a few moments, as Moses parts the sea and we let our people go, we have an oneg out there of some wonderful Israeli hummus and pita. If you don't know what that is, you should treat yourself. Also, Brigadier General Hirsch and his wife Donna and their daughter Nia are out there. Please stop and say hello, but be sensitive about their time. I know it's late, so we'll just keep it moving, please. Don't give them a half an hour testimony of all the Israelis that you know and how much you've prayed for Israel and your favorite verse, and please be sensitive to that. Love on them briefly, and I know that They'll appreciate that so much. All right, and if the offering buckets have passed you, you are free to go. Thank you so much. Don't forget, next month is Passover, and then we have Chuck Pierce with us. We want to see your faces back here. God bless you. Shabbat Shalom. Good night.